You Show. Of course, I'm your host, Revilla Luta, and today, as I promised you earlier, we have a guest. And of course, tumekuja kujua you cannot just be a young person or a person without running a successful business. In this kind of generation, it's a no-no. We have to be great entrepreneurs, business people, and that's why here on Monday we usually bring you qualified and professional business people to enlighten you on what you're supposed to do in present time generation and what is the niche in this marketplace and where you should enter and you get successful. And today we have a guest, as I promised, to entertainment. Wale watu wanasemanga entertainment sijui iko aje. Leo ndo tumeleta guest atuelezee what happens in entertainment and how can be successful in entertainment. How can you thrive in this business? Today we have Wess Entertainment and Events Limited. And before I explain more further about the event or the company, wacha nikaribishe mwenyewe aweze kutuambia. Welcome.
Thank you, Travilla. Good morning. It's a nice day. Thank God for this wonderful day. Thank you also for hosting me here. I don't take it for granted. So my name is Wessonga from Wess Entertainment and Events Limited. I'm the CEO by the grace of God. And I love entertainment. I love what I do.
Wow. Yes. Most people actually say, let me start with this question,
yes,
that entertainment does not pay that much.
Well, it does. It does. So long as you do it the right way. Yes, so long as you do it the right way. I've always said, depending with what you're doing and depending with what you want to achieve at the end of the day, entertainment pays.
Wow, wow.
Yes.
Now, if somebody is out there, maybe they have a passion for entertainment and maybe they want to start a company like yours, what advice can you give this person?
Well, I'll say, maybe in my introduction I didn't start as an event person or as entertainment. I'm a teacher by profession. So I used to teach. So
how did you transit from teaching to entertainment?
So now, before getting into teaching okay, I started by teaching. Then after a short while, I was employed by an NGO called Compassion International. So pale kwa Compassion International, it's a kids organization. So they take children from the ages of 3 years to they graduate, and then they graduate at the age of 22. So while I was working there, I was like the event person. So we have birthdays. We have birthdays. Who is going to organize them? Wessonga will organize them. We have competitions, dancing competitions and talent shows. So from there, I realized that I don't think I'm meant to be in class, or I'm not meant to be in this place. I'm meant to be out there entertaining people. So I was the MC. I would MC the birthdays. I would MC those small events that were happening within the project. And then so from there nikaona this thing I should take it to another level. And while I was doing that, you see, I started as a passion. Okay. It's passion, because when I'm with the kids, when you're doing birthdays, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Then in the process, I realized now neighbors pale nyumbani wananiita wanasema kuna birthday mtoi, kuja come do this. I MC for free. Oh, you start for free. Then at some point, I got a wedding. I've never done a wedding before. I've never MC'd a wedding before. So nilingangana hiyo siku. But at the end of the day, nilimanage. So I did it very well. But I did it for free. Then a friend of mine akaniambia, no, Wess, you don't now need to do this thing for free. Take it to another level. You now need to charge. Do you know I started charging MCing 5,000?
MCing?
Yes.
And that was the rate ama ulikuwa
sasa unajua nachoma kwa sababu sasa sijui. So nina charge, of course kuna wale ma high end wale onge charge maybe 30,000-40,000. So I started charging 5,000 because now personally I was not doing it as business per se. Okay. I was doing it for passion. I was enjoying what I was doing. So after some time now I'm taking things na move. So nika quit job. Nikatoka sasa nimewachana na kazi. But again, that was another story, because now ku quit job it was not easy. Hata we leo kuacha kazi, do you think ni rahisi? Ati sasa unaenda kujiajiri, do you think it's easy?
It's not easy.
I know even the person watching this anajua how hard it is, because one thing opportunity that employment, one thing they do, they make you comfortable, because at the end of the month you have the pay. Unaona, because you can now take care of your bills, you know your bills are taken care of, and unakuwa uko sawa. But now when it gets now to self-employment, you have to be disciplined. Lazima ukuwe na discipline, and it has to be of the highest order. So I'm here, I now want to quit job, because what is happening every Saturday, I have a wedding. So I move from 5,000, now I'm charging 10 to 15,000. Anaona, by the way, I'm getting more pay than even what I'm getting, because ile job nangoja maybe 50,000 for a whole month. But here I'm getting weekend iko na 20,000 ama 15,000. A weekend, just a weekend for some hours. Hey, apana. And now I said, now I need to quit. So while I'm in the process of quitting, a friend of mine, anaitwa Benjamin tells me, before you quit, you need to save. Don't quit ukimalamala. You need to save for like 6 months. So then I'm taking another, like I took another 1 year.
So you need to work again for 1 year. You save first before quitting.
But why do you need to save? Because by the time you take a job, you know, with employment, with self-employment, hakuna ila, you are not stable, you are not sure of tomorrow. That is the notion out there. You are not sure of tomorrow. So this guy was like, wacha save, so that by the time una quit, hautaparara. Like you'll not look funny.
Utabaki kwa ile state.
Yes. And you know it's true, because one, kuna wale utoka job but hawana plan. Juu labda umejam, unasema achana niachana hii story. So tunakupata huko nje umechapa, umebeat, unakaa kitu ingine. So nili save, just to cut the long story short. So nili save, after kusave, now nikaandika my resignation letter and nika resign. So now I'm here now, out fully now to do my events. Now nikiwa hapa nje nimeanza like 2 or 3 months, jobs zinakuja, but I was not registered, I didn't have a company, so I don't have discipline ya saving, because zinakuja ninakula. So a friend of mine called Edwin is my accountant. He's the one who takes care of my books, my financial books. So he tells me, Wesonga, we will not do this thing kiududo. We will not do this thing kienyeji. We have to make it professional. So I ask him now, how do we make it professional? He says, we have to register the company.
So you have, before you quit your job, you have to save first.
Yes.
And then when you save, now you quit.
Yes.
After quitting, you don't just do work like that. You need to have a plan again. In
other words, you have to be professional. Yes. So here we are. So we are now, I'm like, I've never opened a company. How does it work? And you know, before, I used to, like, unapata corporate. With corporate, they will not pay you at cash. They'll do a check. Like, for example, I used to work with Kabrak University. They will not just at wanakuhesabia 50,000 or 100,000. They do a check. So what did I used to do? I used to borrow other people's, wale wako na company. I used to borrow their name.
Oh, you go with somebody else's name.
So like, for example, there is one particular, of course I'll not mention. So nilikuwa na muomba. So what nikimwomba kampuni, he will take some money out of what I'm paid.
And see, that is risky. Anaweza kataa kukupea.
Of course anaweza kurusha, kama si mtu, kama ni mtu hana integrity, anaweza amua kurusha. That's why it's advisable, open your account, open your company, have the papers, have the right thing, do things professionally. Yes.
Na ndio nasema, umesema mtu if you want to start your company, don't just start, have a plan. Save first, then when you're out there, make sure you've registered your company. You have the professionals in that company, because you can register your company and just take anybody
you're right.
to your company. And someone is out here and anasema, yes, I'll save, but how much will I need to start this business?
Well, it depends with what kind of business you're starting. Like, for example, what my business, you see now, it's just about kuongea. MCing. With MCing, maybe you invest in the right attires. Vitu kama hizo. But you see, so the dimensions are different. Kwa sababu mwenye anataka kufungua kiosk na mwenye anataka kufungua duka, those are two different people. Si kweli? So like, for my case, I didn't need a lot of money. I just needed to have something to sustain myself for those time that I was not sure of. So but for you now, depending with what you want to do, depending with this particular person what anataka kufanya. So if for example you want to buy equipment, sound, you see you have to save good money. If you want to establish an event company, depending with the level of depending on what level you want to take it, so you'll save according to that.
And if for example, let's say this person wants to start an event company, what are the basics? Kuna ile yenye hizi ni madoido tunaongezea, but what are the basic needs that unafaa kukuwa nayo ndio uanze this company?
Well, I started by saying, and I think I didn't finish, for you to be professional, and especially hii part ya registration. Registration, you need like about 20,000 to register. That is with e-citizen. You need 20,000. So lazima tu kuko na 20,000 for registration. But depends. Kuna wale wataki limited company. They just want to have a business name. It's about 1,000.
Okay.
It's about 1,000 shillings. Yes.
For a business name.
Yes, just to have a business name. So it depends with what you want again. Yes, it depends with what you want. But of course now with the basic things, like for example, if you're venturing into the event and you are doing emceeing, or you're doing emceeing, like personally I have to invest in a very good DJ. I have to have very good sound for that event to be colorful. Yes.
Or for people even to refer you to Wess.
Yes.
Now as Wess, what are the most challenging moments you've encountered, and how do you find solution?
Well, challenging moments, they've been there. You see, you organize an event, or for example, I'll come to the part of the events that we've done, but I want to talk of while I was starting. I want to talk of while I was starting. Of course, now when you start, there are things like we had said, there are things that are required, and maybe you might not be having them. For example, you see, for you to have a name, you have to do a perfect job.
Yes.
Ndio ukwe pale, yani ukikaa hivi watu wanasema, wacheni niwaambie, ule mse atafanya event ikuwe poa ni huyu. Unaona? Those are referrals. And so for you to have a name, you have to do a good job. So kule mwanzoni, like I've said, and of course being that I was born and brought up in Nakuru, you realize MCs, I'm not the only MC in Nakuru. We have so many MCs. So unakuta amongst your wale muna relate now, how to they wanakuchomea. They will go now spreading rumors and other negative things so that usipate job. What they are saying might not be true, but they are saying it because already there is something in you. That is what now wanaamua kupiga. So they want like wao ndio wa shine, wao si shine. But what I would say, and I would even urge the young people wale wana come up kwa events industry, do what you got to do. Wow. And do it perfectly.
So you have to be mindful of your circle.
Of course, kabisa. And again, something else is when you talk of being mindful of your circle, me I usually tell and I encourage people, don't listen to what other people say. Because of course now with competition, najua hizi jobs is all about competition. Because I know even Trevilla, you have your other colleagues, maybe from other media stations. Wakiona you want to thrive, they will always have some negativity about you. So what happens? You know what you're doing is right. So do what is right. Yes.
Just okay, that is powerful. Just do what is right.
Do what is right. And again, something else when it comes now, like when it comes to what we do, it's all about trust. Unajua what I mean by trust, the client has really trusted you. Unajua amekutrust na program, amekutrust na audience yake. Amekutrust na audience yake, unaona? So kama amekutrust na audience yake, you really need to make sure kwamba you've given the audience what they require. Unaona? For example, when it's a wedding, for example, ikiwa ni wedding, you're going to MC that wedding, you'll realize ya kwamba like right now we're in the month of September. I have clients that have booked for December. And you see they book with money.
Yes.
Now the thing is, what I was saying, you need to have that attribute ya trust. Ni because unaona amekupea deposit.
Yeah.
If you will eat this deposit and you don't show up, already utakuwa umechoma. So trust has to be there, and that is what also keeps a good name. That is what keeps a good name, because unaona client amekutrust, amekupea pesa, usikule. And even wewe ambaye umeingia umeventure into MCing ama into events, hapana kula pesa ya client na ukose kushow up. It's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
Yes.
Inachomea mpaka wenye
inachomea hata sisi. Kwa sababu wanasema ama MC unawaita hawatatokea, wanakula deposit.
Wow.
Yes.
And unajua kuna mtu ako pale nje, ni saizi ni sisi young tunakuja.
Yes.
Unaangalia Wess, unataka umkaribie, usome venye yako, vile yako. But now when I coming to you, you like lazima.
So, Trevilla, I'll say this. In part of my story, my story cannot be said without mentioning this one particular person called Daniel Ndambuki. Nyinyi mnamjua kama Churchill. That's where I started. After now nimeingia kwa MCing, I started working for him. I've served him for a long time as the logistics manager. And people say kumkaribia ni ngumu, but me I've worked with him. Some of the things I do today nilipata kutoka kwake. So I would be selfish when I don't help people and yet I was helped. You see, if I'll not want people to come around me, then I'll be selfish, because if Churchill angefunga milango na akose kuni accommodate, then singekuwa mahali niko leo. So I wouldn't want to be that selfish. I would want to accommodate people around me.
Wow,
yes.
That is powerful. So
yes.
Hakuna excuse ya kusema you cannot go near people. It is about wewe, what do you want? You have a tiger mindset. I usually say you should have a tiger mindset. If you're focused, I'm going to that stand. That is where I'm going.
Yes.
Whether you tell me what, me I'll go to that stand.
Like unaona watu walikuwa wanasema, for example, when I was working for Churchill, watu walikuwa wanauliza, hey, na ulifikiaje huyu mtu? Hivyo tunasema having a tiger stand. Ulifikiaje umse? Because even today, when I tell people ya kwamba I worked for him, kuna wale mpaka bado wako na maswali wako zile za ulimfikiaje? But it depends. How determined are you? How determined are you? So, and what do you want to achieve at the end of the day? Yes. So some of these things is all about risk taking. Unaona kuquit employment, being into self-employment, it's just about risk taking. Yes, you just risk
And you get there.
Yes.
No matter how much you find the challenges in here,
you just have to risk and get there. But one thing I'll say, you have to have the right attitude. While you're risking pia, have the right attitude. Usirisk tu kwa sababu watu wana risk. Have the right attitude. Yes.
Wow. And when you're telling somebody to have a right attitude, unajua kuna mwenye haelewi hii right attitude ni gani?
Well, for sure, what is happening even with the young people today, our generation, what is happening, maybe, people have developed wrong attitude. By wrong attitude, I mean, unaona, like, when you get into business, unajua kwa business, yule boss wako ni the client.
Okay.
So how you relate with this client matters tomorrow. How tomorrow will look like. Unaona, because kuna, for example, me compare, you know, I'm in the service industry, and in service industry you have to get everything right.
Yes.
But sometimes you get it wrong. Now, for example, when I get into a hotel, if today I get into a hotel, how I'll be received matters a lot. Unaona, the person who is offering that service to me, inategemea atani approach aje, the kind of approach. The same to us. How will you approach the client, Trevilla? The client is there. Unajua, my job cannot allow me to be sad. I just have to be happy. Kwa sababu gani? Mimi ndio lazima nifanye hiyo sherehe ishike. Yes. So I don't have any excuse.
Hata kama umekasirishwa lazima
I don't have any excuse. So I have to have positive attitude every time. Yes.
Oh, wow. Now, because of time, As Wessonga, what services do you offer na mtu anaweza kupata aje?
Well, before I say the kind of services that we offer, as Wess Entertainment, we have a number of things that we do. And we personally, I'm the CEO, and I offer emceeing services. Now I have another group, a bigger group behind me, because we do family fun days. We had one in the month of August at Cypress Park, and it was very successful. We had the governor gracing the occasion, and Moji Shot Baba had really had some good time with the kids. And when I see that, I feel good. So having done that, this year at the end of the month, that is around December, the end of the year, December, we are having the season 2 of Family Fun Day at Nakuru Athletics Club. So we are inviting all the families. The event will be big because we just want. You see, I've seen there's a gap in the family, and you realize the parents of today are not like wale wazazi wetu. Our parents nafikiri kidogo they had some time with us. But again, this one also is being contributed with the aspect of economy, because people have to hustle. Lazima wa hustle kabisa ndio wapate pesa. So unakuta ukihustle huwezi pata time ya watoi. Unakuta watoi wewe every time you'll be having excuse unaenda kuhustle. So hutakuwa na ile time. So we are trying to make a day where they can bond. They can easily bond and just have time together with their children. That's why we have this aspect of Family Fun Days. We also offer sound system, and for any form of event, you have your birthday party, you have your orashio, you have your wedding. We offer sound system and the DJing services. And we make sure your event is colorful and your event is enjoyable. I also do corporate events. Personally, I MC corporate events. I've MC'd a number of them. And also in my company, we also do that. So in case you have a corporate event and you want it well organized, then why don't you just contact us?
Wow.
Yes.
Now, maybe you give us your parting shot as you're ending.
Well, for the young people, because that is where my passion is, let's not wait for the white-collar jobs. Let's be the creators of our own jobs. Don't wait to be employed by that muindi. Don't wait to be employed by that bossy, as you call them. Be your own boss. And it is possible. You can do it. You can do it. Just start in the smallest way possible. You can start. Some of us, we didn't start at wearing these suits. We used to go to the events na t-shirt unakaa funny. But here we are today, we can afford good suits. Unaona? So as a young person, don't sit there watching television ya mzazi wako mpaka ina turn grey. Please make sure you do something for yourself and don't wait to be employed. Wow. Be your own boss. Wow,
that is powerful. Be your own boss. Don't wait. Don't just sit there. I remember my father alieka ka post sa kengine anasema don't just sit there. Do something.
Yes.
So do something. Tumambo, and don't be foolish in making decision. That is, you don't just quit your job because umeona kanish mahali. It can be still long term niche. Make sure you saved and then umeplan. Ukitoka huko nje usitoke tu. Jumama kuna wengine huko nje mtu anatoka kumbe hakuwa na rights, anakuwa na mentors wazuri, anakuta ni kubaya. So have the right mindset. That is the tiger mindset. When you focus on something, focus on it to the end. No matter the challenges, be sure. And of course, tumeona entertainment world inalipa. So if you have that passion, nuko tuna passion now adding to, then the money itakuwa.
And by the way, Trevilla, I also like encouraging parents. With now the invention, the curriculum changed. Now it's CBC. And pale kwa nyumba unaona mtoto anasumbua na dance, ama mtoto ni wa kuongea sana. Please try and nurture that talent. That will be the next big person. So you as a parent, try and nurture that talent. Yes, because some of us, like me personally, I used to sing sana. Kwa music festivals, kunikiwa primary school, I used to sing sana mpaka to the national levels. And It's not a wonder. I used to be a public speaker. Imagine kutoka class 4. I would stand in front of all the children pale kwa parade. Yes. And even given time, I'm the one sharing the word. I remember the first time I was told I was the pastor of the day. So I'm there, I'm told, leo wende utahubiria wanafunzi. So what did I do? I took John 3:16 and nikawasomea and started preaching on John 3:16. So you as a parent, you is watching and you are a parent, if your child is there every time, hapana mpigo unamwambia wewe nyamaza, wewe unaongeanga sana. Hiyo kuongea pia inalipa.
The way.
Yes. Mazungumzo hayo tu bila anazungumza hivyo pia inalipa.
Wow.
Yes.
And as parents too, learn to nurture kids talent.
Yes.
Sisi wote hatujabarikiwa pande ya masomo. Kuna wenye wamebarikiwa masomo, kuna wenye wamebarikiwa skills.
Yes.
So wherever your child are well passionate in, support them. So we have to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll come back with the Wanyam and end the show. Of course, thank you so much for even gracing the studios
Asante.
today.
Unaweza tupata at Wess Entertainment and Events Limited, Facebook Wess Entertainment, and also kwa Instagram Wess Entertainment.
Wow. Remember, if you have events, make sure tag along Wess Entertainment, and I'm sure you'll find quality. There's difference between quantity and quality.
Yes.
Find quality at Wess Entertainment. So let's take this short break and we'll be right back.
Thank you.